So the reason we brought you here, because I felt you could have, a good opinion, some good talking points on this conversation here.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet made that we thought it was kind of crazy that he said this, that he thought that Steph Curry could make a PGA Tour.
Steph Curry has already played in PGA Tour events.
He played in the events?
Yeah, Steph played.
He played in the event, but he played on the tour?
He had a sponsor's exemption into an event, and he actually played. Hold on.
Go ahead.
He had a sponsor's exemption into an event, but Steph plays very good golf.
Yes.
So could Steph go through Q school and earn a PGA Tour card? Is your first question.
That's the question right there. Just
not while he's playing basketball. No.
That's what we was talking.
No, that was not what you were talking about. Don't even go there. That is
that not what we say if he stop playing right now?
I think they're gonna have to replay the tape on that.
Let me go ahead and set this thing.
Play the tape.
I literally said if Steph Curry practiced the fucking sport full time and got out there and got a number, he can qualify for a PGA Tour. That shit is not fucking disrespectful.
2013, if I went into the gym every day, I put up 1,000.
Stop!
No,
I'm not talking about you.
You ain't finna do that. If I go in the fucking gym every day in the offseason of football, and I put up 1,000 shots, did all type of drills, I go to the NBA?
No.
What the fuck you talking about?
If I see you do the shit that we've seen him do,
fuck out of here.
Bro, we have seen him do things that only golfers do.
You didn't say nothing, but niggas trying to get to the league. Like he just said it with the golf shit, they trying to get to the league.
Yeah. But no, his follow-up point was, do I think those niggas should be able to get in the league before Steph Curry?
No, he never said that. He never said that. Stop.
Sit your ass down. Stop.
I got it. No, sit down, nigga. Sit down. Hey, run it back.
We talking about two sports athletes, and you, Bates, and whoever else we had that they said that it was disrespectful.
I think that was the day Rich didn't say anything.
Yeah, he didn't. That Steph Curry or anybody for that matter could go to a different sport and make a tour. That's what we said.
So I
said I believe that if Steph Curry did not play basketball, like took time off from basketball, trained, practice, got a coach, got your card, he can go on he has the opportunity to make a PGA Tour.
Mark Mulder, Marty Fish, Steph Curry are three different athletes from three different sports that I know can play, and Tony Romo, actually. You heard about Glavine and Smoltz.
I have heard about Tony Romo, for sure.
So Glavine and Smoltz were both amazing golfers who played well.
Mm-hmm.
And they did get into some nationwide events, which is a mini tour. It's not the PGA Tour, but it's, the step right underneath at that point in time.
Yeah.
So could these guys play 100%? Do I think that if they put the time into it, could they earn a PGA Tour card? Or most importantly, could they go play on the Korn Ferry Tour right now and hold their own? They won't suck. They won't be at the bottom. Now, let's talk about getting a PGA Tour card.
Let's talk about that. Yeah.
So first things first. If you...
the white guy.
All right, so pull out your phone. We're going to do some quick math.
Okay. Love it. I like numbers.
How many football teams in the NFL?
32.
32. How many men on the roster? 53.
Mm-hmm.
32 times 53 is?
1696.
Okay, now here's the funny part of it. Out of that 1696, grab that in half.
Okay.
Because honestly, half of it is based on body type.
Okay. So
if you're 5'8", 220, there's only so many positions you can play. Mm-hmm. I can't play on nobody line. No well.
Never.
Thank you. I can't play nobody quarterback.
No
well.
Never.
So we're going to cut that in half.
Mm-hmm.
There are 800. All right. So we're at 844 people.
We're doing math.
We're doing math. Okay. Mm-hmm. So now, with that being said, theoretically, and this is at best, you're telling me that there are, given on your body type, there are 848 positions you can play. Now, this can be broken up probably into another half, which will be 424.
424. Mm-hmm.
So we'll just throw that out there because now we're talking about skill and speed, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now once we do this, and now this is on any given team. Now this is the 53-man roster. These ain't even people who all of them play. So when you look at golf, there are 144 people on the tour that have cards. There are probably another 25 to 30 people that have some sort of conditional status, whether it be medical, X, Y, and Z. So we're still under 200, right?
Oh, shit. Those are small numbers.
Numbers are small. When you get to the elite level of sports, the numbers get what?
Smaller.
Small. If you look, how many basketball teams are there?
Was
It's like
36? How many people are on the basketball team? There are 15 people on the
There
roster.
are about 15 at least.
15 times
30 teams.
36.
30 teams.
30 teams, all right? 15 times 30.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get this. This is where we get fun. Because this is what I try to tell people about professional sports, right?
It's 450. Yeah.
So 450.
Yeah.
So we're still at this golden number.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at all these numbers, you are still less than 500.
Yeah.
Now watch this. This is the weirdest fact that no one's ever thought of and no one's ever told you on your podcast. Statistically, you have a better chance of being a Fortune 500 CEO than you do playing a professional sport
Facts.
at the highest level.
I
Wow.
believe.
No, you're right.
I believe.
How many Fortune? Because
There's 500 CEOs in the Fortune 500.
It's
goddamn
500
it.
of them.
Yeah.
And everything we just did on the math, you're under 500.
You're under 500. Wow. Take that to school.
Yeah.
Literally.
And
No,
then
you're right.
and then that 450 in basketball, remember, you can pretty much cut that in
half
half because of height as
Yep.
well.
Yep.
Because at this point, if you ain't 6'3", you ain't doing shit.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah. It's over with.
Unless you're super skilled. But yeah.
Yeah. So now you're bringing that population way down as well.
Yeah. So that look, I was just saying, bro, the numbers not.
So the numbers are the
it's not
numbers,
in
right?
favor.
So when I look at Steph, when I look at Mark Mulder, when I look at,
Not
Marty Fish, I look at these guys, they are amazing golfers who could they may be able to make it on a Corn Ferry. They definitely could play some mini tour stuff. They definitely do extremely well in these celebrity events. They are phenomenal athletes who can, when you're elite, there's a lot of things you can do. When you're some of the best in the best, you are able to take that and move in different places with it.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of comparing and saying it's disrespectful, you have to understand that there are some people who are just better than you.
Yeah. And I felt like that's where I was going with. It was like, I wouldn't try and disrespect other golfers by no means, but it's like at the end of the day, he is still one of the greatest athletes, period,
100%.
on the planet.
Yeah,
no denying it.
But the thing about this, when you're playing basketball, you're talking about imagination. Golf is 100% imagination sport.
Okay.
If you look
Break
at
that down.
Steph,
What do you mean? Like,
you gotta
imagination
imagine
sport.
the whole your swing.
So
ball
football.
flight, all that shit.
all right, let's look at football. Football is a
plays.
choreographed
We got
dance.
plays. They gotta make this shit up out there.
There's only so many.
It's not necessarily to make it up, but they have, you know what I'm saying? They gotta manipulate this sport.
It's so many. It's small things in football because your opposition is another individual.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's it. Well, in basketball, your opposition is another individual and this little cylinder that you have to get this ball through. So you have to be able to manipulate all these different things. When you look at golf, you have to be able to get this little bitty ball in a little smaller hole a long way. Right. And so that's why pitchers do well in golf. That's why tennis players do well in golf. That's why shooters do well in golf, because it's the imagination factor. If you look at Steph before any game, what he's doing in warm-ups, that's imagination.
Yeah.
And so he has the gift of sight. He has the gift of imagination. He has the gift of creation, which is why he does so many other things that he does, right? If you look at him, he's got TV programs and all this other stuff that he's putting together. He is a once in a lifetime talent that you just don't, you're lucky that you get to witness it.
For sure.
And that's it.
For sure.
But could he play golf? Well, he's already played golf and he's won some golf shit.
He can play, yes.
No. Like he won Tahoe. Big time. He won Tahoe, which is the biggest athlete golf event out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he didn't play this year because he was at the Olympics. He was busy doing some other shit, which he actually ended up winning the Olympics for the U.S. as well.
So he's a winner. I'm not saying.
So I think the
win.
biggest thing about it is people who know how to win.
I looked at it too, just for nothing else, looking at individual sports, individual person sports like track and field, tennis, golf, for instance. Looking at these sports,
Mhm.
It's like there's a person that you're competing with, and normally that person is just yourself. You're trying to get a number, you're trying to get a time. I feel like you're like
Golf, that's not the case.
okay. All right.
Golf,
Give me
you're
some-
competing against a person that you don't know, never seen, and probably is dead.
Okay. Break that down to me because
The designer of the course.
Wow. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
golf is physical chess. They've put things in a certain place, and I mean that is the ultimate imagination. If you look at a golf course when it's first built, go and look at Aronimink in Philadelphia. Aronimink back in 18 whatever when it was first built versus what you see now. They put trees in places because they knew in 60 years or in 80 years these trees would mature and this tree would become a fucking problem. And in the beginning, it's not a problem, right? And so they figured that the average golfer would miss the ball here and the average person's going to want to do this. And it turns into such a challenge mentally. So you're pissed off with somebody that probably ain't even on this earth no more.
Wow.
And they ain't doing nothing but wreaking havoc and just having damn nothing but free rent in your head.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always wondered this right here. When you go to a particular course, whatever course that may be, you go to the green. And like, I know, like, so during different, for instance, okay, let's just use the Masters, for example, down in Augusta.
Mm-hmm.
Is the hole that's in the same place that every time? So they always going to move that. Every year, they're going to move that
every
hole
day
on the green.
Every day the hole moves.
Every day the hole moves.
Every day the hole moves. Now, sometimes you run into different things where it's similar. There are certain pin positions that they like. Is it the same one every year? Not necessarily. Can it be in the same vicinity? I mean, the difference between putting the hole, which is literally the size of your water bottle,
right
there versus here versus the helmet versus the outlet.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the same vicinity, but please believe me, them putts ain't the same.
Yeah.
And them approaches to it ain't the same.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. No, it's. I mean, a golf course is a living, breathing organism.
Mm.
It changes every single day.
Mhm.
Yeah. The grass growing, the trees growing, to your point, the holes moving,
Weather.
the
Yeah.
weather.
There's a lot of things that go into it. So there are things that you're facing. I mean, you think it's just you, but you get to see a lot about yourself. But it ain't just you out there. There's a lot of stuff that gets to meddle in your brain and see really how strong or how weak you are.
Mm. Damn. All
Well,
right. That's a bar.
We got our answer.
That's a
here.
bar
So
here.
We got our answer.
That's a bar. That's a bar. Okay. Okay.